Welcome to Season 4 of Casual Camping Podcast, your home for the best camping discussion both in and out of the field. Here are your hosts, Tim and Aid.
Hello and welcome to another fantastic episode of Casual Camping Podcast. I'm Aid.
And I'm Tim. How are you doing?
I'm excellent. And you know why I'm excellent? Well, you do know why, because you're with me.
Yeah, we're sat in somewhere that is, it's got a lot of orange, and it's which is my favourite colour.
Yeah, I know it is. So we're at Vango. We're in Glasgow.
Woo!
It's amazing, and we've got everything under one roof. It's like kids in the toy shop.
It is absolutely like kids in a toy shop. We arrived yesterday afternoon, and we were brought straight into their showroom, which is enormous and still doesn't actually hold all of their range. But every tent is up, every bit of kit is out, every mattress, every sleeping bag, every backpack, every bit of Trangia kit. It was just like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
Yeah, it really was. And, you know, listeners, me and Tim sacrifice ourselves for you. You're welcome, okay? But it is amazing to see everything, different options, from the very high-end extreme to family camping and van camping and everything that Vango does. I'm blown away by how much there is here.
We have taken one for the team, haven't we? Yeah, I mean, it's a difficult thing, but someone has to do it, and I'm so glad it's me and you. I'm blown away by how much they do. It's more than I thought, far more than I thought.
I tried to take two for the team, but they said no.
Yeah, you're just a tea leaf, really, aren't you? We're probably going to be patted down, aren't we, before we leave?
There's the hope.
You love getting touched up, don't you?
No comment. I've been asked not to talk about it. Anyway, we digress, Tim.
Yes.
So what's your favourite thing that you've seen so far?
Oh, my God, really? You're literally jumping in with that. Well, obviously, I love the Sierra Air TC 300 because that's my tent, and it's here as well, and it's a stunning piece of kit. But I really love seeing all the technical tents, all the Force 10 stuff, and the mountain tents, because they're such cool shapes, really, really cool shapes, and what I really like doing is seeing some of the stuff that that we're not allowed to talk about because they've got some new products that aren't out yet, but we get to see them before anyone else. That's super cool.
Yeah, it really is cool. I think because of the way it's laid out, and we will put images up on our socials, so follow along. Don't forget to subscribe and listen along, tell your friends. But I think the way that it is laid out, where you've got rucksacks, you've got Trangia, you've got essentials, you've got sleeping, you've got chairs, and then that's all around the outside, and then in the middle, it's every single tent for any eventuality, and it's just really nice to see them in one place.
Yeah. So throwing it back at you, what's your favourite product so far?
Well, you know me, I don't like to choose one. Can I go around the range?
Go around the range, go on then.
Well, so I love the coolers. I love the rucksacks. There's some really good shapes there. I'm in the market for a new rucksack, I think, considering you carried most of the things up Snowdon.
Yeah, you definitely need a bigger rucksack.
Yeah. And then the sleeping systems are amazing, do things that I didn't know. And because I've got an air tent, one of their new air pumps, an automatic, save me a little bit of hassle. You know, I'm getting older, Tim. These arms are about as good as my knees.
We need to take a video of that, actually, when we finish recording, because they've got a great I don't know what you'd call it, display showing you the original Tempest, the original Tempest pump, and the upgraded Tempest pump, and how quickly the new pump pumps up an air beam. It is amazing. The old one's absolutely fine, equally amazing, but it's the speed of the new one is just like, that's really cool. That is really cool.
Yeah, and I think I've seen, and I'm not talking about Vango here, but I've seen other pumps that are not as good and hadn't convinced me that, actually I can just pump it up with me arms. Whereas what I saw...
I thought you were going to say, I can just blow it up.
With these lungs, Tim. With these lungs.
Bring your inhaler, you'll be fine.
So, yeah, it hadn't convinced me that I couldn't do it quicker myself. Whereas actually seeing the demonstration, I was like, yeah, I want one of them. So
I'd done the same, actually. So, air beams are so quick to put up. And now having an air beam tent it is amazing. It's so easy to put up, so easy to put down. I do have the manual pump. It isn't a laborious thing to do at all. It doesn't take very long, but having seen how quick that new Tempest is, it's like, you know what? And you just set it to it. You set the pressure that you want it to go to, and it won't go beyond. So it's safe as well. Whereas, doing it manually, you have to keep an eye on the gauge, and you have to make sure that you don't go, you can go above the pressure. So it's, I like the safety element as well. And it's a new piece of tech. What's not to love?
Well, just think of drinking time. Drinking time.
You can drink and so you can actually start drinking while the tent is going up. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Well, didn't you show me a beer holster that you had? I think you could set this off and start drinking straight away.
I think Laird in Texas makes a leather beer holster that attaches to your belt, so it fits a can of beer. Shout out to Laird's Leather Lair. We love Laird.
Yeah, we do. He's a wild man. So
we're sat with someone. We should probably stop talking and ignoring them because they might run away. There's a lot of people who work here, aren't there? And it's a massive organisation. Actually, it's a big team of people up here in their head office. But they're all really quite scared of our fluffy microphone.
No, I'm scared of the fluffy microphone. Can't we get those little micro ones, Tim?
Show me the money. Show me the money.
Come on, DJI, if you're listening.
We have managed to get someone who's going to start the conversation with us, and then we're gonna try and speak to as many people as we can while we're here doing different jobs. And we've got Chris. How are you doing, mate?
I'm good, thank you.
So you've been on the show before. Our listeners will recognise your voice. You are head of marketing for technical and family.
Yeah, so marketing manager for technical and family categories. So pretty much looking after anything that you put on your back, anything that you can carry, and the technical side, and then along with Julianne, looking after family camping as well. So all the slightly bigger tents.
Yeah, and you do some massive tents, don't you? You do some really big tents. How many people can sleep in your big tents?
Yeah, so at the moment, the biggest tent in the range, I think, is probably our 700 series tents. They'll take 7 people, but if you pick the right model, you can add optional bedrooms in as well. So I think the most we've ever had able to sleep in a single tent, I think, is up to about 12 at a push. So pretty big.
Party on. That's a party.
That is. Was that like top and tail?
Side by side's all right.
Yeah. Was it people you worked with, or did you just rope random people in?
Oh, have you got 12 friends?
Let's move on quickly. No, we don't.
No, I don't. When you get above 50, you know about 4 people, and you don't always talk to them. Oh no, some of the tents are great. So stupid thing, I was today old when I realised that 700 means 7 people. So my 300 means 3 people. How stupid am I that I didn't realise that?
Yeah, we try and keep it very simple. But clearly not simple enough.
Oh my God, how stupid am I?
Yeah, no, I mean, I'd not got it, but I wasn't overthinking it, Tim.
we also do if it's got a 5 in the middle of the number. So if it's like 250 or 350, then it's a 2 or a 3 man, but with extra wide sleeping space. So if you need more room, you get a little bit more bedroom space as well.
You see, literally
Half the size bigger. So that's kind of what it means.
people don't normally come here for detail, but you're getting detail now. That's actually really, really important, because actually when people are looking at names of tents and there's numbers associated, they don't always, if they're stupid like me, they don't always realise it. But yeah, 250 means it's bigger than a 2 man, but not quite a 3 man. But you could probably put a 3 man in at a push.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So, I mean, we're here, we're in your showroom, we're looking at everything that you offer. Now, people can't come here generally, can they?
Yeah, no, not open to the general public.
So where would people see a large amount of your tents generally?
Yeah, I mean, we're really lucky to have a showroom of this size. Like you guys have said, it's got almost everything, or a selection of almost everything that we make. There just isn't a retailer that matches the space we have and also covers everything from small technical camping all the way through to vehicle or family tents. And all the accessories on the side of it as well. And we also know that there's a lot of retailers that need to stock product from multiple different brands as well. So generally speaking, if you want to see a lot of like technical product, you'd go to some of the bigger technical retailers. Family product, you'd need to go to someone that sort of more specializes in family camping. But across the UK, we've got hundreds and hundreds of doors with from big national accounts all the way through to small little independent high street mum and pop style stores as well. So you kind of have to know what you're looking for to know where to find it almost. And it is a bit of a shame that, where we are here isn't open to the general public, because it is a great showroom to show off. But yeah, you kind of got to hunt around for what you want.
Yeah. It's also probably a really good idea to come to camping shows like the caravan camping and motorhome show at the NEC at the start of the year, because it allows brands like you to really show off not all your range, but actually a big portion of it. And it's one of the few places where you can really see a lot of tents.
Yeah, I mean, for us, that's the easiest way for consumers to come and see big selections of our ranges. We've got 3 sort of really main UK shows. We've got the SEC show in Glasgow, which is obviously our local show. It's only a couple of miles down the road. It's a great place to see a selection of everything we do up in Scotland. Or you've got the NEC show in February, where you got an opportunity to see, again, pretty much everything across all of our family and caravan ranges. And because of that, when that falls in the year as well, it's a good chance to see all the new family camping equipment and all the new stuff that's kind of coming for that spring. And then we've got the October show as well, which is more motorhome and caravan focused. So a lot more opportunity to see sort of vehicle related products there. Again, a great opportunity to see, get an early insight into stuff that's coming the following season. We often sort of showcase or tease off some new product at the October show for vehicle camping. And then, a good opportunity to start researching what you want to spend your money on over Christmas.
Yes, that's the thing. Put it on your Christmas list. We've never done the autumn show, have we?
We maybe do it this year, I think.
I think we might be now.
It's close, Tim, The other thing to say is I guess you do have a good website where everything people can see. And know through talking to you that affordability within your range, Vango gives people, you talk about giving access to people, whatever your pocket size, and sustainability as a brand, I think is quite amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. Ultimately, we want more people to be camping. The more people that are camping, the more people that are enjoying the outdoors, the more people that will keep doing it, and the more people that will, buy more product eventually or expand what they're doing. And if we can't get people into the outdoors, then none of us are winning with anything. And so accessibility is huge for us. We support a lot of organizations at sort of the entry position or entry point for people to get into the outdoors. We're a partner with the Duke of Edinburgh's Award. We work with companies like the Outward Bound Trust and other charities and organizations like that as well, because ultimately we want more people to be outdoors. And then, like you say, accessibility, sustainability, is huge for us in terms of not only making quality product that lasts, but then giving people access to equipment through channels that they might not typically be able to buy certain products. So we run an organisation called Camping Recycled, which works on selling off things like old demo or display product at lower prices to give people an opportunity to maybe buy kit buy into a range of kit that they wouldn't necessarily be able to afford or wouldn't necessarily want to spend that much money on, but it gives them an opportunity to get into it.
Yeah, I'm going to be looking on there because the tents that you very kindly have lent us to do some of our adventures are apparently going on there. I'm going to try and get in there before our listeners do to buy some of those. What's the website?
It's called campingrecycled.co.uk.
Yeah, there's some bargains on there. There's some nice stuff. I keep having a look. It does change though, doesn't it? It changes quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's constantly changing because it really does rely on what we've either had in the demo pool, so what's gone out for testing, or occasionally old sample product that we no longer have a use for, even through to bits and pieces that have maybe come back to us for a repair and not gone back out to a customer for some sort of reason. So the stock is constantly turning and constantly changing. So it's a good opportunity to kind of keep an eye on it and see what might be there. But yeah, you can't buy back the things we've already lent you to.
No, I know, but it's good stuff. It's good stuff. Going back to Aid's point on sustainability, there was a really nice display that you showed us about 5-10 minutes ago about you've got a new fabric that you've stuck out in the field for 16 weeks, and you can see it's got like I'm not describing it very well. I'm going to let you describe what it is because you can probably do it better than me. But it was a really, really simple thing to see how the longevity of the material really.
Yeah, so it's our Dynamic Weave 100 fabric. It's a cross-hatch fabric design, but ultimately what it does is it gives a stronger tear strength to the fabric, but also makes it more UV resistant. So you can have it outside for longer. UV is one of the things that kills tents really, really quickly. If you leave a tent outside in bright sunlight for a long extended period of time, UV damage can be pretty bad for fabrics, particularly polyester-based fabrics. But the advantage of our Dynamic Weave 100 is it's got a much stronger retention against UV damage. So yeah, the thing that you were talking about is two strips of fabric, one that's fresh out of the factory and another that sat outside our office in across the summer, across massively varying weather from sun to wind to rain, and even I think a little bit of snow in the shoulder season when we got round to it. And it's spent 16 weeks outside, and it looks almost exactly the same as the fresh piece. If you take the labels off it, you'd sort of be hard pressed to say which one might actually be the one that spent time outdoors.
And 16 weeks broken down, if you have a week camping or maybe 2 weeks, that's like 4 years worth of outside. So to have so little change in the colour of the fabric, I think that's amazing.
It literally means that, cost of living's gone up, hasn't it? Everything costs more, but it means if you are going to spend money on something, you want to know that it's going to last, and particularly on things like camping equipment, you need to be able to rely on it year after year after year, and that's really cool. That means that a tent that you buy now, you will be using in years and years and years to come with your family.
Absolutely, not many people spend 16 weeks camping every year. If you do, fantastic, great.
Not even us.
Winning at camping, if that's...
You're probably homeless.
We'd hope not. But the reality is that is a good couple of years worth of equivalent testing, and it's not even remotely near the end of its service life at that point with that new fabric. So it's the kind of thing that as long as you maintain it and you look after your kit, you dry it out when it's got wet, you do clean it and you do reproof it if it needs it. The idea is to have a fabric and a product that will last for multiple years and multiple family trips and adventures, and not just fail on you.
Yeah, and is that just on family tents? Is that going to be just on the family tent range, or is it being used in other ranges?
So the same fabric's also used in some of our vehicle awnings. So that's used in motorhome and caravan style products. It doesn't go down into our technical ranges, largely because of the way the fabric works. It's a bit more heavier weight in terms of the denier, so we don't use it in any of the technical products. But at that point, we're working to balance packability and weight and strength and all those things together. So we're much more likely to use things like a ripstop design fabric in a technical tent versus the family stuff.
Yeah, trying to keep the grams down. Cool. You found the room that you were looking for, didn't you, Aid? The room of requirement. You were hoping that there was a room somewhere that had dream stuff, made up stuff that never went into production, stuff that no one's ever seen before?
Yeah, well, we've talked to a number of people from different companies over the years, and every company seems to have a room where things get shoved. Either they didn't make it into production, and we did find a room like that had some things in it, and you just think, oh, there's treasure. But
I know.
There's probably a reason why they didn't make it into production, but they maybe influenced other things that we do see now. So, it was on the way up. We were like, what do we want to see?
And that's interesting, because you don't ever get to, people like us, we don't get to see stuff like that. But it's really cool to see that, ideas make it off a laptop, and they actually get made, and someone's actually physically making stuff, and you've kind of got to make it to see if it works, haven't you? And it doesn't always work, but we need to go back and have a look in that room. Do you ever hunt in that room and find stuff that really surprises you?
Occasionally, you see something that's a bit off the wall or a bit unusual, or we tried something that either did or didn't work, and it's interesting to see firsthand sort of why something did or didn't work. It's one thing doing a CAD design or a design on paper, but once you sort of start bringing it to life is when you realise what does and doesn't work on certain things, and what you need to tweak or change or adapt in order to improve strength or packability and on all those sorts of bits and pieces. But it is really nice having a little hunt around the development room every now and again and seeing what the team's up to. We don't often, even like with my role, I don't get to necessarily see some of what the product team are working on until it's got quite far down the development chain. So it's really nice to kind of take a little peek behind the curtain every now and again and see something special.
Yeah, that's what we wanted to see, wasn't it? I mean, it's lovely to see the range, but we want to see the process of how the magic happens. How do you make tents? How do you design tents? How do you who does what? It's and sometimes things don't work, but it's great that there's a room full of bits like that, magic bits.
Yeah, I think it was interesting yesterday, Chris, that you said, sometimes actually the product team had just asked to cut some weight out of something. So they actually just take a pair of scissors to stuff and see what they can get without. You were specifically talking about the design of rucksacks and going from maybe 2 clips down to 1 clip and changing the top.
Yeah, the lid and how it sort of fastens on and everything. But yeah, you literally said that someone literally then just took a pair of scissors to it and just cut it to pieces.
Yeah, so we have a development timeline that we work on every year for new products, and the first stage of that is to identify things we want to either work on or ideas that we want to introduce to the range. And last year, one of those development targets was to reduce the weight of one of our most popular trekking backpacks. And the next day, one of our product team, Erin, had literally taken a pair of scissors and a knife to a pack, cut it back down into all of its component parts, and had literally gone through and weighed every single strap and buckle and clip to figure out, can we reduce the thickness of a piece of webbing and maintain strength by changing the weave or changing the material it's made out of, and cutting it down. And I mean, she's done an incredibly fantastic job with it. We've ultimately come out with a product that's looking like going to be 0.5 kilo lighter at the end of the day, which is huge on a product of that size and scale. Yeah. But that comes from, not only drawing on paper what you think you can do, but realistically cutting something apart or adjusting it piece by piece. And again, really lucky with our development room that we've got access to sewing machines as well, and have the ability to change panels, reconstruct bits and pieces, and work on different material designs and things.
That's incredible. It's incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, it just is. Just having that level of commitment to what goes out in the field, what you see the end product as a consumer. You don't necessarily get to understand all of that. So yeah, really, really interesting to be here and enjoying our time in Vango.
Should we have a wander around, see if we can twist somebody else's arm to come and talk to us?
Hell yes. No, nobody should say no to the big fluffy microphone.
Thanks, Chris.
Cheers, guys.
Hi, my name's Rebecca. I'm the digital marketing coordinator. My favourite product is the Airbeam Tempest pump because then I don't need to do much work.
Hi, my name's Robbie. I'm the photographer and videographer here at Vango. and every image that you see on the website and on the POS around the shops was taken by me. My favourite Vango product, I would have to say, is the Mitra backpack, because one time I was using another brand's backpack and my lunch fell out and I didn't realise.
My name's Luke. I work for the creative team and I really like the Ultra pack range because they just look really cool and they've got everything that you need.
Fab. So tell us about your job.
Pretty much anything that comes out of the company that is being printed, or like packaging, advertisements, anything that is seen by people about the brand, it goes through us, and we get final say on it.
Power. Power.
You could see that, couldn't you? You could see that on your face. How long have you done that for?
About 3-4 years now. Yeah, but I've been in and out the company growing up. Probably in total about 5 years, maybe.
So what else have you done in the company then?
Well, I came here actually in school for the work experience, way back in high school, and then I've also just went back. We had an old warehouse called the Green Room. Went there and did some simple tasks going up, like steaming tents and making sure that things look good for when customers and everything were coming in. But then mainly when I was doing work experience, it's all just been graphic design because I've always kind of known I wanted to do it. So thankfully I had a way in to do it through here.
That's cool. What do you mean steaming tents?
Okay, so not getting drunk in tents.
Steady, Aid, steady.
I was hoping. I was like, where's that room?
That's just at the shows. No, it's the steaming tent. So when you pack a tent away, it gets all a bit creased and everything. So we want to make them look prim and proper for people coming and looking at them for photography. So we'll actually get a steamer like you would for your clothes and just steam the tent to get all the creases out and just make it look as perfect as it should be.
Do you do one of those to use in the field so that I can really be on point?
We actually do have them that we like.
We need to get one of those.
Yeah, no, I've used one before, Tim. But I would say if you pack your tent away nicely, then you can fold it properly and I'm going on a little bit too much now.
Yeah. You're the only person I know that has a tent brush.
Yeah, you borrow it. You want it.
I do want it. So graphic design, back onto point. So graphic design. So anything that's like the packaging and stuff like that. And do you do like the things on tents? I don't know what is there a technical name for the things on tents?
Yeah, the screen prints. So more recently we've actually redesigned a lot of them mainly on tech to kind of give them their own identity. And so it would sometimes go through product like when they're just trying to get them out. But if we're trying to get something that looks more unique, stands out, and be in its own sort of range, we've gone through and designed them and made them given them the time that they deserve to stand out and be their own thing, especially with like Force 10, as we're trying to make that the best part of the company, I guess. But yeah, anything like packaging for all the products, roller banners for shows, videos as well they put online for like pitching videos or product showcases. We do all of that.
Fab. What's your favourite bit of the job?
Favourite and also just the thing that I get assigned to a lot is pitching instructions for the tents. So it's pretty much doing hand-drawn on the computer, but hand-drawn drawings of each of the tents to show how you pitch them step by step. And it's almost like therapeutic, almost kind of doing it, because it's almost like drawing in person, and you can see it come to life when you get all the different steps on, and it's cool seeing the tent in a sort of wireframe drawn form on the computer. And that's also it's because also I'm technically the best at the team at them, so it's my baby that I look after. So yeah, that's something I'm kind of proud of for it.
That's really cool. I love the fact that he's just so humble.
Well, yeah, I know. He has come up with my favourite sort of phrase at the minute, the steaming tent. I think I'm going to have a sign for mine.
We need to take like a third tent away with us, don't we? And that's the steaming tent.
Might not be what it was described as, but Can I come back to Chris? You said something really excellent before about the different categories that each of the departments really do. Can I get you to repeat that? Because I thought it was incredible.
Yeah, so there's kind of the three sides of the business that make up everything that ultimately ends up with the consumer is the marketing team, the creative team, and the product team. It's the products team job to come up with an idea, get it from paper to a production product. It's the creative team's job to make that look as good as it can look, whether that's screen prints on the product, technical elements added to them, to the packaging, to ultimately advertising as well. And then it's the marketing team's job to make sure that consumers understand what they're looking at and reading about. And the easiest way I like to kind of break it down to people to explain what each of those departments do is if a customer's going to touch it, it's the product team that's had a hand in it. If a customer's going to look at it, it's the creative team that's had a go at it. And if a customer's going to read about it, it's the marketing team that's been most heavily involved. So it's the way it all comes together to create ultimately a product that we're proud to put out into the world because it looks good, it feels great, and it does exactly what it's supposed to do, and it makes people happy and get out there longer.
You don't think of that when you just go to a shop and you buy something, or you go online and you buy something. I think it's just really excellent to know that something is so well thought out and goes through so many different stages before you actually see it in the shops or online or in the field, because you're camping in the field next to somebody and you go, I like their tent, I might go and have a look at that.
Yeah. It's really nice to meet people from those different teams as well.
Yeah, and I think just going back to something that Luke actually spoke about a minute ago is an awful lot of thought goes into every element of a product, and it's not just the bit that you sleep in. It's things like the pitching instructions. We go to the effort of Luke hand draws all of the descriptive items and elements to explain to you how a product works. So if you take your Sierra TC, Tim, and you open up the bag and you look at the pitching instructions that are sewn into the top of the bag, the drawing in there was hand drawn by Luke, and the instructions were written up by somebody that's physically had the product in their hands and has put it together and changed the way we describe how to do it based on experience and knowledge, and all those things come together to kind of hopefully make something that people are extremely we're proud to put out there, but people are extremely happy to use. I am
a user of your products, as Chris said. I've got the Sierra Air TC 300. It's amazing that they're hand drawn, those instructions. That's my first airbeam tent. I did need to see the instructions. What I really like is, because airbeams are different to put down than standard tents, so I used more the pull down instructions as well. So you've got all of those in there, and you do have to. I needed them. I really needed them the first time I pitched it, because it was like, this is a new game for me. So as an end user, thank you, because they're really easy to follow. They're brilliant, and I love the fact that they're hand drawn.
Yeah, well, you're welcome. We've also recently done them because they are so needed by new campers and people around, and we are selling to different countries now with Korea and stuff. We've made all the instructions pretty much like multilingual in terms of there's being no English text on it. We kind of just describe everything through images and try and make it as clear as possible so that anyone can just look at it. And even if you can't, like, we're not just writing paragraphs saying step 1, do this and blah blah blah. We're actually trying to show it so that anyone can actually use it without having to speak English or have prior knowledge of pitching or taking down a tent. So yeah, that's something we kind of wanted to focus on in the most recent years.
Yeah, and that's a great idea, isn't it? Then, because you aren't just selling to the UK. You are a global brand. You are selling tents right across the world, and people don't all speak English. I know it's the international language, but actually there's a lot of places that don't speak it. So it's great to be able to be image led rather than word led.
Yeah, and we've also got to remember that as people that work in the industry, we all know the ins and outs of technical language and terms and stuff, but not everyone's going to, and some people it'll be the first time they've ever taken a tent out of the bag, so they need to be able to see how to do it in a really easy to digest way. And if we can do that through working really hard on drawings and descriptive imagery rather than just language, then great.
Yeah, and it's great that they're sewn into the bag because you're not going to lose them.
No, definitely. We were talking yesterday about my friend who it's like every time he gets the same tent out, it's like he's pitching it. So I'm going to point him in the direction of Vango because maybe pictures would be better than words.
Yeah, I think he's got a Temu tent, hasn't he? And there's just like there's no hope of any actual legible instructions on a Temu tent.
No. Chris, I'm talking to you. Not Chris here. Chris, my friend.
This Chris is your friend too.
I was going to say for a second there, I was about to get offended.
He bought you dinner last night, Abe.
I'm a cheap date. It's because I took all of the midges. As we're sat here, I'm scratching my arms.
Do the midges like you?
Oh, yeah, a lot, yeah. Very much so.
Do you just go camping with people that really the midges really like so that you're okay?
This is not my first rodeo.
You even camped like 100 yards away from us.
Yeah, upwind as well.
Do you actually like camping?
I enjoy it. I wish I did it more than I do, especially with access to all this sort of stuff. But yeah, I loved it. I mean, I did scouts when I was younger, Duke of Edinburgh. It's always been a part of something growing up. But yeah, I just need to find more time to do it. And yeah, especially with the midges and stuff. It's because I've got that ginger blood that they just love. So I also get burnt when I go camping. So I should do it more, but there is reasons that I don't do it as much as I do.
Maybe that's the thing because our dad was ginger, so we've got a bit of ginger blood in us, really, haven't we? So that's I burn, but midges don't like me. You don't burn, midges love you.
Well, I do burn a bit, but yes, there's something about it. I don't know what it is, but and I guess that I would point you, Luke, to maybe one of our previous episodes about getting out in the field more.
Yes. Have you listened to the show?
I did actually. I gave a listen to the one that Chris was in. Not fully, but I listened to.
Just the important bit that I was in.
Just making sure he didn't break the brand.
Exactly, yeah. Just had to check everything, yeah.
Well, hopefully you'll at least listen to this episode that you'll be in. But thanks for talking to us.
Of course, anytime, no bother.
Hi, I'm Ben. I'm a summer temp here at Vango, and I'm studying product design, so it's a great place to really get some insight. And I would say that my favourite product is any of the Airbeam tents.
Hi, my name is Julianne. I'm the Junior Family Marketing Manager here at Vango. My favourite product has to be the Shangri-La Luxe mat because it's a slice of luxury while you're camping outdoors.
Have I got a midge on my glasses?
I think so. I think on this down here.
I have got a midge on my glasses. So we are recording. So where did the midge come from?
8.
Probably me. Them midges love a bit of their aid.
We don't need mosquito repellent when you camp with you because they just all go to you. I've not been bitten once.
I've got about 30 or 40 bites, both arms, my neck, they're in my hair. I'm just, they love a bit of aid.
And did you get bitten at all?
I think I've probably got 1 or 2 bites somewhere, but definitely not as much as aid. It's the best mosquito repellent or midge repellent you can have is someone that gets bitten more than you, and that's been aid. So we've come off all right.
You give off some kind of pheromone that midges just love.
My power has been diminished over this last night. So
you're a midge magnet.
I thought it was just a fridge magnet. thought that's why I was so overweight.
82 breakfasts.
I know, I've got all these names. I was like, Kel Surprise, I need to lose a bit of weight. Just cut out one of the breakfasts, for God's sake.
You do like 2 breakfasts, but you've only had 1 breakfast today, though.
I have, yes. And you know what? It was a magnificent breakfast. So just the fact that it was one doesn't mean to say it was any less special.
No, it was great. So we got treated to camping here in Scotland, didn't we? Last night. We went out in the field with a load of somebody else's toys.
Yeah, we did. So we were allowed to have some tents and some products to keep us nice and warm and dry, and it was beautiful. And we were by a lake. Loch.
No, Loch. We're in Scotland. It's a loch. It's a loch.
And it was amazing. And there was some rain. It was great. We've not seen rain in so long. It wasn't so great this morning. I did get quite wet, but it was also quite beautiful. It was very misty this morning.
Yeah, it was beautiful. So where did we camp, Chris?
Yeah, so we went up to a place called Loch Achray, which is in the Three Lochs Forest Drive, which is about an hour north of our office, just in Aberfoyle, which most people probably will have heard of, especially if you're into your cycling and your mountain biking. So we're really lucky to have places, that are that accessible, pretty much on our doorstep. It's a beautiful place. It's incredible. You're basically camping amongst the trees. Very, very quiet spot. Very secluded. Very beautiful as well. Even if there are a few midges, it is Scotland. You can't really get away from them too much. But like we said, lucky we've got aid to attract them all.
And I will just say, if anybody wants to go camping in Scotland and needs me to come along, the requirements are 2 breakfasts and transport.
It was a stunning place, absolutely stunning. I mean, the drive over there was incredible, and the scenery just got better and better and better, and the site was just incredible. You can't park down where we camped, but so you've got to carry your stuff, but absolutely worth it because it felt like we were a million miles from anywhere.
Yeah, and it wasn't that long a walk, so we didn't have our kit, we had somebody else's kit, and it was all quite light and technical. It was lovely.
I know. I did joke this morning that it'd be really paying if you'd brought your Snow Peak kitchen.
I know, Snow Peak who, Tim? They're dead to me now.
Yeah, I got to sleep in the Vango Classic Instant. There we go. 300 there, and that means that it's a 3-man tent. So I am learning stuff. This is the pop-up sort of version of their classic A-frame tent. And we saw that a couple of years ago at one of the shows we were at, and I've loved it ever since. So we were kind of given the option of what do you want to camp in. So I was like, I'd really like to camp in that. And the space in that tent is amazing, absolutely incredible.
It's just gorgeous. And the fact that the sides come out, I think is just incredible. But yeah, just an added new twist to an old classic that is just so inspirational. Really nice.
Is that? I'm assuming that's still in the range and it's been sold. Oh, we've got people by the window watching us.
We've got an audience outside now. Yeah, it's still part of the collection, still part of the range. You can find it. I think Go Outdoors, I think, stocking it at the moment. So
it's a cracking tent. You can't say what you camped in because you're not allowed to. Because you camped in something so new, we're not allowed to talk about it.
Yep. Sorry, can't tell you, but it was great.
It's one of the best parts of this. Not that this is a job, but it's the best parts of the job is that we get to play with some so new stuff that nobody can see it and we can't even talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, if anybody else was thinking of doing a camping podcast, don't. Just listen to ours. We're sacrificing ourselves. I'll say it again. Me and Tim are taking the hit for you guys. Okay, you're welcome.
We definitely are, But it was such a stunning night, wasn't it? It stayed dry until pretty much we were going to bed. We had a fire. We went to the pub for tea. We had amazing food. What was the pub? Better give the pub a shout out.
The Fairy Tree Inn in Aberfoyle.
Great staff, really friendly, good beer, and brilliant food. I think you guys had the best pie you've ever had, I think was the quote.
It really was. Yeah, yeah. Can we go back there now? I'll have it for lunch. It was so nice.
You've got a sandwich.
Equally yummy, I'm sure.
No, it was a great pub and great food, and thank you for treating us for that. We do appreciate that. It's we did try and pay, but you wouldn't let us. And then we sat up drinking some beer and drinking some Scottish beers, and they were lovely. And we had a fire, and it was just a magical place to camp.
Yeah, I think ultimately what I would say is anybody that hasn't got themselves north of the border or is afraid of midges and things like that, come earlier in the year, come later in the year, but do come to Scotland because it is incredible and it is dramatic, whatever the weather is doing. You just have to have the right kit, and the weather can never be bad. You just have inappropriate clothing or camping equipment. So get yourself up north of the border because you won't regret it. And if you're over in North America, you want to come to Scotland. You've seen those people drinking in Boston for the World Cup. They know how to welcome people.
Yeah, it's a really friendly place, and it is stunningly beautiful and actually very easy to get to. Like you said, Chris, we were, I doubt it was even an hour north of Glasgow, and we were in what felt like, some wild, beautiful place. You're so lucky to live here.
Yeah, I mean, we're incredibly, like I said before, incredibly lucky to have this on our door, almost on our doorstep. We've been based where we've based for 60 years, and that's the reason why. We want to be able to take kit out and test it in these environments, and what better than to go in right at the end of July and still get the heat and the rain all in one. It's really puts it through its paces. But yeah, no, it's hopefully you guys got some good photos of the site that you can share on the socials to kind of show people just like how beautiful it is. Especially last night with once the sun had gone down over the loch, it was beautiful.
It was stunning. But yeah, you're right. It's you're based here for a reason. You get the extremes of heat and wind and a huge volume of rain. I mean, the rain this morning at about 6 a.m. It was like tropical rain falling on the tents. There's no better environment to test this stuff, is there?
No. Wait on for a minute mindfulness because you might get to hear it yourselves.
Yes, I think you probably will. It was quite heavy. Shall we wander on and speak to someone else?
Sounds great.
Thanks again, Chris.
Cheers, guys.
My name's Kenny McKinnon. I am in charge of quality assurance for the whole business for products. And my favourite product is a Force 10 Apex tent, which is a beautiful one-man tent, no longer in production, but I've got one at home.
How long ago was that in production?
20 years ago.
So that says everything about the quality of Vango equipment. If you still got one from 20 years ago, do you still use it?
Oh, yeah. I bike pack with it.
Fantastic. How much does that weigh?
Just over 1 kilo.
Wow. That's impressive. You let me... You very kindly let me borrow the hydrogen air person. I took it up. That is just an unbelievable tent. It was so light. I took it wild camping to the north of Scotland a few weeks ago, and I had to fly up with a tent. So you lent me that because it's so light. Impressive tent.
I agree.
Yeah. So tell us about your job. What does your job title actually mean?
It means that I check the production of all our products and get them inspected so that we can see if there's any faults in our manufacturing. And then I also analyse all our returns. So everything that gets returned, we then look at the root cause and then look back to the manufacturer and say, can we improve that, make it better? That's the whole plan.
Okay. And I suppose that's trying to prevent that there might be other returns then if there's been a problem in manufacturing.
It's a constant. You have to be on it all the time. So it's interesting though.
Yeah. It's like detective work really, isn't it? You've got to find how did it fail?
Yeah. And that's what we do. So I mean, it's not common, but there are faults. Some are manufacturing faults. Some are communication issues. So, there'll be the wrong size on some kind of floor plan or something like that. And that's just down to bad or poor communication.
Interesting. It's how long have you been here for?
Overall, I've been here twice. I went away on one of the Boomerang Club, and there's quite a few of us. Graham, you speaking to earlier, also Boomerang Club, and I've been here about 40 years.
Bloody hell! There are quite. I mean, you call it the Boomerang Club. There are quite a few people who have gone somewhere else, come back, or just been here for a really long time. That's a sign of a good company and sort of almost like a family mentality, really.
It certainly is. That's the reason people stay here is because, one, they enjoy the industry because it's something they can do and they love, and also the people are reasonably coherent most of the time.
Most of the time. I guess what we love about Vango, other than some great products, that family mentality, everybody that we met today, but also that repair aspect too. And do you get involved in some of that with the returns? Are things repairable and then go back out?
Yeah, we've got a system where we'll take in anything, we inspect everything that comes back, and we check to see if it's viable to repair and return to the consumer as an invisible repair. If we can't do invisible repair, if it's a warranty issue, then they'll get a replacement or some kind of credit. If, on the other hand, it's a chargeable repair, we'll do that as well. But if we don't repair as part of the warranty, we'll then take the product, make it back to reasonably close to where it was when it first got out the production, and then we'll sell it as a recycled tent with, there might be a visible patch or visible stitching, something like that, or anything like that. We'll do, and we'll try not to put it in the bin, obviously.
I think that sustainable model others could really learn from, and I think as we as a society start to think about sort of not just sort of always buying first hand, seeing where things can go. I think it's really good.
Yeah, Camping Recycles it's an income stream that we've got, but it's not. We'd much rather not have it, but it's better than the throwing it in the bin attitude, which was the way that we were maybe 10 years ago.
Interesting. And most people don't realise that you do repairs for that sort of sustainability. It's we've known about it for a bit, but actually it was news to us, at one point, and it was really quite surprising. And you're surprisingly cheap to repair some of your tents. It's not. You'd imagine it would be, a zip would be hundreds and hundreds of pounds and not cost effective.
The cost of it is relative to the skill level that we've got, and the skill level of the people who are doing the repairs is very, very high, and it's very, very quick. So that's why it's so good.
No, it's incredible. Well,
I think it comes back to why people should choose certain brands over others. We are consumers, we buy a lot of stuff ourselves, but that sustainable nature of something that you can get repaired, something that you buy that you want to last, is certainly going to have that ability with a manufacturer that repairs stuff as well.
Yeah, when something breaks, sometimes it's down to user error, sometimes it's down to things that we can't control, like the wind, etc. But in reality, we'll be able to replace parts, because we've got another website called Camping Spares, and it's got historic and 10, 15 years worth of different products in their parts, from tents, for poles, for beams, for tubes, and everything like that. So, I mean, that's another way we keep this sustainability happening.
No, that's brilliant. So if something fails, just like you said, not because the product's failed, but someone's used it and used it and used it, and it's reached the end of its life, you can get replacement parts and keep that tent going.
Yeah, and if we can't make it ourselves, we've got other people who will go and make those parts as well.
Wow, that's amazing.
It really is. I know certainly the outdoor industry have been shouting about it for a long time, about sustainability and where things are coming from and what they're doing. We talked to Chris earlier about new fabrics so that fabrics last longer and are not affected by sun degradation and things like that. So
not as badly affected. Yeah. You cannot say not affected by.
They don't come here for the facts.
Oh, well, I'll start again.
For me and Tim. For everybody else, yes, facts. But for me and Tim, no.
God. Oh my God! Yeah, that material was really, really impressive. He was showing us the dynamic one. That you've had sat outside for 16 weeks solidly, and it looks almost identical to the new swatch.
That's the beauty of the way that it's put together, and it's a very clever bit of kit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But that means you're getting the best bang for your buck, really. It's
because it'll last longer, basically. Yeah. So that's the most important.
Well, and I think that really touches on, Vango really thinking about the consumer, putting them first and foremost in having something longer, having something that will last, having something that, should you need it to be repaired, can be repaired in most instances. So, I think it's just absolutely fantastic.
Well, it's not a brand that's just interested in selling you something and then next year selling you something that looks quite similar to it, and then next year selling you something again and again and again. Which there are brands out there like that. It's about selling quality items that people can trust, rely on, but use for longevity, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. That's the ethos of where we are, and hopefully it'll continue that way.
And that's why people work for you for Vango for a very long time.
Probably, yeah. Uh-huh.
You've got,
I'm unemployable elsewhere.
Yeah, he's a chimney sweep. He'll always have people go up chimneys.
Oh gosh.
No, that's all my stuff then.
Lovely. Thank you very much for talking to us. We do appreciate your time. We know everyone's really, really busy, but we've had a really good couple of days of playing with a lot of stuff and talking to a lot of people. So thank you very much.
My pleasure.
So we've come back, and blooming heck, it's a couple of days later now, isn't it? We've been at work for 2 days, and I'm absolutely shattered.
Yeah, I am shattered. I think it's because we were so excitable, Tim.
I know. Excitable bunnies. That was us.
I'm not sure the general people that go around Vango, get the invite and stuff like that, behave like little kids like we do. You wouldn't think we're in our 50s, would you?
Do you know what? We bring enthusiasm because you can't fake any of that. It's genuine. We're not boring journos. We're two brothers who love camping, who talk about it every week and put a podcast out. And if you're going to invite us somewhere, don't be surprised if we run around like loons going, "This is amazing. This is amazing. Have you seen this? This is amazing." Which is pretty much what we did for 2 days.
Yeah, it really is. Coupled with the fact that we went camping as well.
Yeah.
And that's a real treat. And, a big thank you to Chris and the team for, not only, providing, that dream of a couple of days, but also coupling it with, hey, should we go camping?
Yeah. I mean, that was really cool, wasn't it? To be able to go up with no gear Go up on the train, not have to carry anything, and literally let's go camping. Show us round, introduce us to everyone, and then it's like, should we get in the Vango van and go camping in the Trossachs? I mean, that's just great, wasn't it? It was just
we got in the van and the van go.
We've been Van going mad for 2 days.
I mean, if it wasn't a copyright, it's almost like you've been tangoed, but we've been vangoed.
we have. I tell you what, we have. I've got a bright orange umbrella in my hand. I have been vangoed.
Yes. I think the biggest surprise for me was because we got there slightly late. Because my first train was cancelled, which caused quite a lot of consternation, but you sorted it out, thankfully.
Well, the great people at Avanti West Coast, and they're not listening, but I'm going to shout them out anyway, because they didn't need to help us. They could have been absolute swines and said, tough, but they sorted out tickets to get us still up there at no extra cost. They bent over backwards, and they were absolutely lovely people in Birmingham New Street. So shout out to them. Yeah, that did mean that we were 2 hours behind on the day, but it was okay. It was all okay. So we wouldn't have got there at all had they not helped us out, because replacement tickets would have been too expensive. So it just wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, it really wouldn't have happened. And for those of you that are saying, oh, well, actually, if they cancelled the train, they would. I had a single journey just to get into Birmingham, and Tim had got the tickets from Birmingham. So he could have gone on by himself. So that's why he is saying that they didn't need to help us, but they did. And we're really appreciative of that. But getting up there late meant that we started slightly later. We got a quick show round, and then we got an amazing goodie bag.
Did we ever? And we put a teaser reel earlier in the week of us walking with that goodie bag, and we were not expecting that. I mean, they'd said, come camping, you don't need to bring anything. Well, of course, they're going to have a load of camping equipment, aren't they? They're Vango. We did not expect a goodie bag in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
But, neither of us said no, did we?
I mean, we said, are you sure? Hoping that they said yes. Thankfully, they didn't say, well, no, we're not sure. But I tell you what, knowing that you're going camping and somebody says you don't need to bring anything made me slightly nervous.
Yeah, you were, weren't you? You were.
Yeah, I was just like, well,
actually,
I need to be under my own steam kind of thing. That's why I wanted to drive up initially. But it was, so slightly nervous. Obviously, Vango guys knew what they were doing. But I guess that comes down to really didn't expect. I thought, similar to a couple of the tents that they've lent us, that we'd just get some borrowed stuff that they have.
Yeah, they've been very kind. We've been very, very open about that. They've been kind over the last few weeks to lend us some little hiking tents to go on a couple of the adventures that we've done, and we've given those back to much grumbling, but we have given those back. We just assumed they've got a room of requirement to kind of lend stuff out, and we'd just be kind of borrowing some stuff. We didn't expect that they'd kit us out with a bag full of stuff that we then get to bring home. So thank you very much. Shall we? There is a reel that we shot of you opening your bag for the first time and looking very excited. But shall we for the pod kind of? I've got my bag next to me with everything still in it. Shall I just
let's do a generation game sort of conveyor belt, Tim.
So, first in my hand is some titanium cutlery. Very handy. You got to have some titanium cutlery. Next in my hand is a titanium cup with its own lid. Weighs absolutely nothing. We made a brew with that on Tuesday morning, which is very...
and you say cup, but it could be a pot as well.
It could easily be a pot, could easily go on a stove. It's a multifunction vessel.
Yeah, because it's got a lid.
It's got a lid. I haven't packed this bag very well, I have to say. So next coming out is it's a sleeping bag. And this is the
Oh.
Vango Arctics 200, which is a 2-season down sleeping bag. I mean, it says 2 seasons. It says comfort 6, lower limit 1, extreme -14. I'm not sure we'd take it to -14, but I have to say I was super comfortable in this, and I've been literally shopping for a down sleeping bag recently. So I don't need to do that anymore because I've got the Arctics.
Yeah, absolutely. I really loved it. It felt very light. Didn't feel like you were too suffocated. Some of the heavy sleeping bags can be. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah. I've got the mat in front of me, the sleeping mat, and I'm trying frantically to find what it was called, and I hope that there's a name on it somewhere, but I don't think there is. Chris is going to go, oh, there we go. I knew it was there somewhere because we burnt all the packaging because, of course, we burn everything.
It's what we do. Don't apologise, Tim. Do not apologise.
So this is the Force 10 Ultra 5.5, which is an air mattress, not a sim, and it's not Chris Packety at all. Aid and I, we hate Chris Packety stuff, don't we, Ed?
Yeah. It's you're never going to get a good night's sleep on a Chris packet, are you? No. And this wasn't, and it was so comfortable. Really, really easy to inflate, easy to deflate.
Yeah,
packs away to nothing. Really enjoyed that.
Yeah, me too. And in case you couldn't inflate it, you can inflate it with its own bag, which I did, but I stupidly then realised they'd put a pump in the bag, so the mini air pump from Vango was in the bag. So I could have pumped it up. You pumped yours up with the pump, didn't you?
I did. Yep, pump it up. We got to pump it up. And it was great. Did it in under a minute. It was brilliant.
Cool. Next in the bag is a Midge 100, which is a midge bug. Oh, trying to dig it out and hold it up because I've got the instructions in my hand. But it's a light, it's a lantern, and it's a bug zapper all in one. Which we did stick those up. I mean, obviously, you don't need a bug zapper when you're taking an aid. They all just go on aid. But
honestly, I've counted them up on my arms and my neck. I've got about 200 bites.
Jesus, Ed.
Honestly, considering you going, well, I think I've got one. I've got 200.
One on that
I look
arm.
like I've come down with flipping.
You've got smallpox.
Something like that.
You got chimney pox.
I was going to say leprosy.
I think it's chimney pox. I've literally got 2. I've got one on each forearm.
Oh man, honestly, I've got 50 on one arm.
I did bathe myself pretty much though in the next thing out of the bag, which was Smidge, a spray of Smidge, which is the stuff specifically designed for Scottish midges, an insect repellent specifically for Scotland. And Chris, very kindly, knowing the midge would be a problem, got us each a spray of this. I lathered this on my face and my arms and any bit of skin that was showing. So I don't know if that helped me or not. I don't know. But well, I haven't got a lot of that left, to be honest, because I use that much.
I did put it on, but I had open sleeves. It didn't seem to help me a lot. I think I'm just like chopped liver for midges. So, and chopped liver
for midges. It's next in the bag, in the goodie bag, is they thought about comfort, so they gave us a really decent air pillow, and it's got like a lovely flocked top to it. Screws down into absolutely nothing, really easy to pump up, and it is, the name was just there 2 seconds ago. Where's it gone? There it is. It's the Deep Sleep Thermo Pillow from Vango. I have to say that was lovely, really lovely, and I didn't think they'd remember a pillow.
I've done a number of different pillows and stuff. That came up as one of the best I've ever used. And I'm not just saying that just because somebody gave us it free. It didn't move around. It was quite large, and yeah, just really good.
That's really cool. We then also got a Tranger Moment, the outdoor cookbook. So the Tranger cookbook. I know you're not a fan, but I blooming well am. So I've got a Tranger cookbook, which is great.
You know me, Tim. I'm a heathen. I'm still a lager drinker. You know.
I'm the one who cooked a Burger King in the field the last time.
Cheers, by the way.
Cheers. What are you drinking?
The Carlsberg.
I'm drinking Professor Peppy, the cheap Aldi version of Dr. Pepper. Oh, man. Next out of the goodie bag, it does continue, people. And this wasn't a big bag, okay? So don't think any of this stuff's big. It all packs down into nothing.
Came in a very nice bag as well, though, didn't it?
Very nice waterproof bag that's also a backpack. It got the micro chair, so super folding, compact micro chair. Will only weighs 1.4 kilos, but will take a maximum load of 120 kilograms, which we do come under. People might be surprised to know.
No, I do by quite a way. Who are you looking at? Scales.
They gave us another lantern, so an inflatable sort of air beam lantern.
I've been looking at these for ages.
Yeah.
Some other company does either a knockoff name of it or whatever, and I've just not quite bit the bullet on it. But I think it'd be really good for my Robans because it's got a steel ridge pole, and that'll just magnetise to it.
Yeah, it's also got straps to hook it onto and all sorts of things, so it'll fit on other tents as well. It will go up the centre pole of my 4-metre bell tent, but it will also go in me my
like
my
a
Vango.
rat up a drain pipe.
I got multiple charging cables in here. I think, other than the awesome bag that I've got, which I can't see the literage of, but it's a great waterproof duffel bag.
I think it's a 30 litre.
I'm glad you know that light beam is called Light Beam 200, and it's a rechargeable light beam. And it is pretty cool. It gives very diffuse light rather than a sharp beam. We then had a second little bag, a tote bag, with 60 years of Vango on it because they've been going since 1966.
Wow!
Last and only time we won the World Cup. Let's not talk about the World Cup. That's got air fresheners, stickers, a technical kit brochure, and a cool T-shirt, and a bucket hat.
Tell you what, a really nice bucket hat. I love the bucket hat. I have put the air freshener in the van, the sweeping van. It's happening.
Cool.
Freshening it up. And we also got a mug as well, didn't we?
Yeah, I never brought my mug home.
Yeah.
I think we used the mug to make tea, and I think it's still in their Vango kitchen.
Yeah. Once they gave it to me, I kept an eye on where everything that they gave me was.
You're joking. Yeah.
Yeah. So we got stickers, a T-shirt, and some literature, like a rundown of all the things. Yeah. And we got 2 tents, didn't we, Tim?
Yeah. On top of that, they gave us a couple of tents, didn't they, Ed? It's
absolutely.
You know, we're not sponsored. We are open to bribes, though.
I mean, it sits uncomfortably, doesn't it? We were like,
are you
sure? We could just loan it again and still, you know.
We did properly squirm.
So pleased. I've now got a fast and light setup. It's going to be in
you
there.
Really do.
You know.
So which tent did you get, Ed?
I got the Helium 2.
Beautiful tent, absolutely stunning. Very similar to the hydrogen air one man that I used in Scotland, but it's the lightweight poled version, and it's the two-person tent. So it gives a massive amount of space, doesn't it? And a real sort of aerodynamic design. It's a beautiful tent.
It just does. And you know what? For the last few years, I have been, going towards bigger tents, going towards, having some standing up space and stuff. And then obviously we've got the Burke and Wills swag, which I do use from time to time, and I do have it on a platform. But in going with the Vango tent up Snowdon, just trying out the one the other night and stuff, I realised that I'm not as old as I think I am.
Yeah, we're not. We're not, actually.
We're not as old.
We kind of convinced ourselves we can't crawl around on the floor anymore. And actually, we can crawl around on the floor, but we're okay with that. And it does open up other adventures for us. And this sort of repeated Monday night thing is going to continue next week, isn't it? We are going camping Monday night after work.
Shh, I've not asked permission yet. Wait.
Oh no. Send up a smoke signal, Mr. Sweep.
I'm sweeping at 3, but I can meet you there at 5.
Okay. I'm owed an hour from work, so can't leave till 5, but I can meet you there at 6.
You'll have the second best spot on the campsite then. Are we Vangoing? Let's Vango.
Absolutely. I'm going to pack all this back into this bag, and I'm just taking this bag because it's great. The tent I got is it's the tent we took up Snowdon. It's the Nexus 2 that I was literally crying about having to give back, the Loney tent. So I've kept the Loney tent, which is I can't tell you how thankful and grateful I am, because we went up Snowdon in it. I took it to Scarborough because I really didn't want to give it back without using it again. It's such a great tent, such an enormous amount of space in it. I'm very, very grateful. I
love the Force 10 range.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love that tent as well.
Beautiful.
But I think, I'm really happy with the helium, really happy that single pull that just goes over. I think it'll do me on lovely summer nights. But I think also, we've now got some kit that we can think about some extra adventures.
Well, Sweden's still on the calendar. It's on the ideas board. So, a long weekend in Sweden wasn't possible with your Snow Peak kitchen, but it is now theoretically possible with all of this ultra lightweight stuff that we've very, very kindly been given. So expect to see us with said equipment out on the fields.
And coming back talking like a hoody. Is that how they talk?
Hang on. I did a Japanese accent in year 1, in season 1, and you called me racist, and you go fluty goody moody hoody. Hang on.
Okay, fair point. I
don't think either's racist. I think it's just offensive. Oh no. I apologise. Shall we go for a minute mindfulness recorded in the field, and then we'll come back and we've got a mediocre 5-star review to read out.
Sounds brilliant.
Welcome to the Casual Camping Minute Mindfulness. Let the sounds of nature take you back to the camping field.
Fab. The rain was real, wasn't it, Ed? The rain was real.
The rain happened. It's not just a mythical thing that we once talk about. That olden days, we had rain, we had midges, we had sunshine, we had a great time.
We really did. We had great food. We had great company. But yeah, it was brilliant. So I've got a 5-star mediocre review.
Whoop whoop.
So this is from Scott in Australia. Australia, mate. These guys are crazy. They laugh at themselves, laugh at each other, and laugh about laughing at each other. I often wonder who helps them tie down their shoes. Oh, my accent's gone terribly. Sorry. I really apologise to everyone in Australia. I often wonder who helps them tie their shoes. Seriously, keep up the good work. 4 Seasons is amazing. Scott, old fella, champs.
Oh,
man.
Cheers, Scott.
Scott. We love our Australian listeners. We love all of our listeners, and we've got listeners on 6 continents still, and we do love you all. We love getting a 5-star mediocre review because nothing puts a smile on our face better than mediocre. Nothing tastes better than mediocre.
Mediocrity is what we're here for, Tim.
Middle of the road.
Hey, tell you what though, somebody told us this week we own this space, and we damn well do.
Hey, and if he was just blowing smoke rings up your chimney, I don't care. I'm going with it. We own this.
I'm going with it too, We do own this space. Thank you so much for listening. It really means a lot. Our numbers keep on growing. You want to see us around for season 5? Click that subscribe.
I'm not signing up for season 5 yet. You haven't.
Timmy, are you playing hard to get?
That's never happened.
Well, man, I might let you sleep in a different tent. You could have the swag for season 5.
That ain't going to happen either, is it? I haven't had a sniff of that swag.
Oh, God.
I don't think I want to now. You've slept in it about half a dozen times.
Oh, dear.
Cool. We probably better run because this episode's gone on for long enough. I hope you've enjoyed the interviews and everything. Thanks again to everyone at Vango. Special thanks to Chris for arranging everything. We weren't expected to be treated the way that we did with food and everything else. We're very, very grateful for that. We're so grateful that we got to play with as many toys as you let us, basically. And so thank you very much.
Just our own personal tour around and to, be part for a day and a half of the Vango family. And it does really feel like a family.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. The amount of people that have done so many years there, that family members are there as well. And, go visit their website, look at some of their great stuff. There is something for every pocket, and there is so much to their range. So you are not looking hard enough if you can't find something.
Yeah. And it's their 60th anniversary, so there's some really special stuff on there as well. So take a look. We're not just saying it. It's genuinely good stuff. We've talked about Vango enough over the years. It's it's genuine. One last comment. I've got to give a shout out to Mark Fieldhouse, who's broken his hip and he's in hospital at the moment, and he will probably listen to this on Friday. If not, his wife Jo probably will. All the best, mate. I hope you get a speedy recovery.
Mark, were you pushed? What happened?
Pushed by Jo, probably.
On that bombshell, I think we better go and let them argue it out. Thanks for listening. I've been Aid.
And I've been Tim. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Casual Camping Podcast accepts no liability and does not officially recommend any products or endorse any techniques discussed in an individual podcast episode or shown on Casual Camping Podcast social media accounts. Individuals should make their own informed decision and risk assessment of any products or advice prior to any purchase or use.